Yay, I'm here! As you can see. Nothing terribly interesting is happening right now. I got into Townsville yesterday at 9:30, and if you're wondering how my flights went, they were terrible. Oh, sorry, that's a note my roomie left me. Anyways, I was waiting in the terminal for my flight to leave in Las Vegas, and all of a sudden they come on this intercom and they go, "We're gonna need some volunteers to take the next flight later on this evening into Los Angeles because due to our weight restrictions, our plane won't be able to take off because of the heat in Las Vegas." What? Our plane's not gonna be able to take off? Like, I've never heard of that happening before. It's too hot, so we can't have as much weight. But anyways, they were offering these people a free domestic flight anywhere in the States if they would go on to the next plane. And I was like, please, somebody go next plane, please. By the time everybody was lining up, they were like, oh yeah, we still need 3 people to volunteer their spot. And I didn't really see anybody else come up to the desk. But anyways, we got on the plane, apparently it's safe enough. And it was the most turbulent flight I've ever had. Like, I was so scared that we weren't able to, like, take off. I was terrified. I was just, like, sitting there and I'm like, the whole time. And it was so turbulent. Like, it's just like, the whole time. Whoa. Calm down. Under control. Yeah, so that happened, and I landed in Los Angeles alive, thankfully. Yeah, I got to LA, and it's the biggest airport in the world. Well, not in the world, but it was really big and really confusing. So I'm dragging all my stuff to the airport, and I get there, and they're like, oh yeah, your flight was canceled. Apparently you were one of the 20 people that they didn't get a hold of. And I was like, apparently. So they told me that I got rerouted to Auckland, New Zealand, and then I was going to go to Sydney, so my flight would come in later, so I was like, okay. And so I had to go to, like, this other terminal and sign or check in for that. I was soon boarding the plane to New Zealand, which is kind of cool. I was kind of looking forward to that, but while we were sitting there, I noticed that our plane was sitting there for longer than usual on the takeoff ramp, and all of a sudden the captain comes on the intercom, and he goes, yeah, there's an indicator light that isn't working, and it's not turning on, and we can't really take off without that, so we're going to need to pull over to another terminal and get an engineer to look at it. And so we're like, awesome. And so the pilot takes us over to, like, the next city, basically. It took us so long to get there, and we sat there for about an hour while the engineers were figuring out what was going on. And it turned out that was just the connector for the light was dirty, so it just wasn't coming on, it was just dirty. And then we had to refuel because we wasted 2 tons of gas just sitting there. So that took another hour, half an hour to an hour, and we finally took off at 11 when we were supposed to take off at 9. So, yeah, that was fun, and so we were in that plane for 14 hours, but the flight was good. It wasn't very turbulent at all, and I kind of got a little bit of sleep, and they had, like, games and stuff on the TV in front of the seat. Yeah, it was cool, and I watched Run, Fat Boy, Run on TV, and yeah, I met a really nice girl from LA. She's moving to New Zealand, and yeah, she was really nice. But yeah, then we landed in New Zealand. It was dark for the first bit, and by the time the sun came up, it was, like, beautiful. I want to go to New Zealand so bad. And yeah, then we took off and landed in Sydney, and I couldn't find the girl who was supposed to be picking me up. Yeah, it took me about an hour to find her. She was looking for me, and we just kept missing each other because it's a busy airport. And yeah, it was fun though once I got to Sydney. Her name's Shalom. She took me around the city. She doesn't have a car, so we had to walk everywhere, but that's okay. We went to an art museum, and we see the Opera House and, like, the bridge and this museum of contemporary art, which was really weird. To be honest, there was, like, a stuffed horse hanging from the ceiling. That was weird. And we saw a lot. I had a kebab for the first time. Yeah. Sydney's really beautiful. I would really, really, really like to go back there. And Shalom's family was really welcoming, and I got like my own little house outside their house, you know, like a guest house or whatever. But I had to get up at 5 to catch my flight, and I almost missed it. I was like this close to missing it. I was like standing in line, because I went to the Qantas desk and they said that my flight was canceled because, I mean, it was with a different airline, and they had to call me over from the line to get me to come check in, like, ahead of other people, or else I wouldn't have been able to get on the plane. And yeah, I got to Townsville, and finally, luckily, and apparently the people who were supposed to pick me up, we miscommunicated the times, and they weren't there, so I had to call them and be like, somebody coming to pick me up? And yeah, somebody eventually came, and yeah, brought me back here, and it's been awesome so far. I've been seeing so many people that I missed a lot, and it's really great to see friends that you made before again. And yeah, the base has changed quite a bit. They did a lot of renovations. It's so weird because it's like different and the same at the same time, and I'm just chilling out for a bit. I might be helping out in the kitchen starting Monday, and then my internship starts on the 13th. And yeah, I've already met some people that I'll be doing it with, and the rest will be coming soon, and I'll be helping out with U Street tomorrow. And yeah, it should be really fun. I'm really excited for this whole thing. This is my house. Kind of. It's the living room anyways. I'm living with one other girl right now. Her name's Lindsay. I'm getting another roommate. I think her name's Corey. I'm not sure. But yeah, I will see you guys again. I know I'm probably going to get bad at updating this because I might not have enough time, but we'll see. I'll try my best.